international community. I thank you for the fact that you spoiled a lot of my decisions as Governor Forum Chairman. Because yes, you are radical. You thought you were not as radical as we were. But we discussed Nigeria in detail, and we thought we should move forward as a country. I asked you this morning, what is going on currently now in Nigerian politics? Could it have happened when we were governor? The answer is no. And you said no. We will confront the government. We will confront the president. You know that. That's how radical we were. That's how our governor's forum was. That's how determined we were to change things.
Also speaking at the event, 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi praised Sule Lamido's contributions to national development, saying the autobiography adds depth to Nigeria's political literature and governance discourse.
Thank you for trying to enrich us with your book and everything. And it's good that people write so that we can learn a lot of experience, because what I've learned from you is quite deep. I will also buy some for the universities, various universities, which that will come separately from my luncheon today. Because we need students in school to read about people like you who have walked the journey. So they don't think, oh, you just leave school, you become governor, or you become president. There's a journey to it.
In his own remarks, Sule Lamido expressed gratitude to attendees, including his former boss, President Obasanjo, and reaffirmed his commitment to people-centered leadership. He also called on the Tinubu administration to settle the 45 billion naira debt owed to the late MKO Abiola's family.
Sule divides the period 1999 to date into two: the PDP era and the APC era. The PDP era is presented as the era of democratic consolidation and development. He says that the APC era of 2015 to date is a disaster to the nation.
Titled, Being True to Myself, the autobiography chronicles the personal and political journey of Sule Lamido, from his years as a foreign affairs minister under Obasanjo to his tenure as governor of Jigawa State. Shafiu Suleiman, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Now, suspected Boko Haram terrorists have launched coordinated attacks on 3 military bases in Ran, Gajiram, and Dikwa in Borno State, killing at least 4 soldiers. Security and local sources confirmed that all the attacks happened in the early hours of Tuesday, stating that the insurgents lost many fighters in Dikwa and Gajiram, where the military repelled their attacks. This is coming barely 24 hours after the terrorists attacked them, left an unspecified number of soldiers killed and many still missing. According to security sources, the attack on the free formation in Ran left 4 soldiers dead and 6 others injured. A resident of the location around 12 a.m. and engaged the troops for hours before they overran the base. He said the terrorists retreated when a fighter jet left the military location. Now, 3 persons have been reportedly killed and many others injured following an attack by armed men at Bandawa Karim Lami, the local, few days after a farmer from the community was allegedly killed during a confrontation with herdsmen that invaded farms in the community. National President Bandawa Community Development Association Matthias Manyi described the incident as barbaric and unfortunate. He said the villagers had lived peacefully over the years with the herders and wondered why the community was attacked now. Also reacting to the incident, District Head of Bandawa Community, Yushao Sharia, said he had asked that the women and children be sent out of the community for safety and instructed that there should not be reprisal attacks on the herders' settlement. The police spokesperson of the Taraba State Command, ASP Laisha James, confirmed the attack, but however, said 2 persons were killed during the attack and of Operation Hiding Kai, Major General Abdul Salami Abubakar says about 20 terrorists have been killed since last week's counter-insurgency operations in the northeast, despite attacks on its military formations in some local governments. According to Abubakar, the terrorists have been degraded and arms recovered, adding that the operation is strategizing defeat the insurgent, Major General Insurgency, and appeal to the community to support the fight through provision of intelligence.
The terrorists have been degraded. There is little doubt that normalcy has greatly returned to the northeast region compared to where we were 5 to 10 years ago. Campaigns, which are a series of coordinated operations aimed at achieving strategic objectives. But what is most important is the statistics of what you win against what you lose. In the last 1 week alone, I can tell you for a fact that over 20 terrorists have been neutralized, and we have also recovered several arms and ammunition, even as we continue to conduct operations on multiple fronts as we speak. For now, most citizens have returned to their communities and socioeconomic. Malam Fatori and Kukawa are recent success stories where almost 20,000 internally displaced persons have returned to their ancestral homes.
Now, the Lagos State Police Command says it has arrested 27 suspects in connection with various crimes, including murder, kidnapping, armed robbery, cultism, and cable vandalism. The arrests were made during operations across the state in the past 2 weeks. The report.
At a press briefing held at the command headquarters on Monday, the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Oluwadare Moshood Jimoh, represented by the Police Public Relations Officer, CSP Benjamin Udehi, revealed that the suspects were apprehended through coordinated operations carried out by the detectives across Lagos. He said several items, including fire ammunition, stolen vehicles, dangerous weapons, charms, and contraband were recovered during the operation. One of the major cases involved defilement of a 15-year-old girl in Amukoko area. The victim was reportedly lured to an address where she was attacked by 8 suspects. So far, 3 have been arrested, while the hunt continues for the others.
Suspect for defilement. On April 29, 2025 at about 9:30 p.m., detectives of the command received a report from a complainant who reported that one Peter Onehi, male, age 48, of Amukoko area, had carnal knowledge of his physically challenged daughter, aged 16, on several occasions, and at about 8:30 of that day, he was caught indecently assaulting the survivor in his house at the aforementioned area. Based on the report, a team of detectives visited the scene of crime, where the suspect was arrested, while the survivor has since been taken to a general hospital in Nigeria for examination and treatment. The investigation is still in progress, and we are very sure that at the end of the investigation, and we are able to establish the culpability of the suspect, they will definitely be arraigned.
Detectives from Lagos State Police Command have arrested a 46-year-old man, Philip Ogbehi, in connection with the death of an unidentified individual following a heated altercation at a lounge in the Ogidon, Sango-Tedo area of Lagos.
6/2025 at about 8 p.m., we received information that during a Philip Ogbehi, male, aged 46, and the deceased identity is being kept for now, over the rite of passage at a lounge in Sango-Tedo area, Lagos. So the said Philip reportedly punched the deceased on the chest, and the deceased shortly after became unconscious. He was rushed to the hospital where he was found dead by a doctor. Our detectives visited the scene. The suspect was arrested. The corpse has been deposited at the mainland hospital mortuary, Yaba, awaiting autopsy, while investigation is ongoing.
The command assured the residents of Lagos that it remains resolute in its mission to combat crime and safeguard lives and property. It reaffirmed the commitment of the police to intensify security efforts and ensure that criminal elements have no hidden place.
This is the news update on Trust TV. Coming up after the break. Motorists groan over imminent hike of license registration fees. More news when we return. Don't go away.
Welcome to Trust TV, your gateway to the captivating essence of Nigerian history, culture, and society.
And this is where the hydroelectric power dam is supposed to be constructed.
Delve into the depths of Nigeria's past with our insightful documentaries unraveling the intricacies of ancient civilizations and colonial influences that have shaped the nation's identity. Immerse yourself in the vibrant Nigerian traditions and customs as we showcase the diverse cultural landscape.
The early history of human existence can be traced to the heart of northern Nigeria. Here, people who sculpted clay and developed tools to smelt iron.
From lively festivals to time-honored rituals, Trust TV encapsulates the spirit of Nigeria's dynamic heritage. Experience an authentic portrayal of contemporary Nigerian culture that is both engaging and enriching.
With over 250 ethnicities, over 500 languages, and a youthful population, Nigeria has a truly diverse demographic advantage.
Don't miss out on Trust TV's amazing and impactful storytelling. Trust TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is the news update on Trust TV. Let's take a look at our top stories again. JAMB engages VCs expert to probe UTME mass failure. And APC takes majority in Senate to 68. Now moving on to more stories, motorists across Nigeria are raising alarm over the rising planned hike in the cost of driver's license and vehicle registration by the Joint Tax Board, citing worsening economic. Abubakar Galadima reports.
There is growing discontent on Nigeria roads. A revised tariff schedule for driver's license and vehicle number plates approved by the Joint Tax Board on October 2024 is now set to take effect in June 2025, sparking outrage from road users nationwide. Initially slated for out in November last year, the implementation was delayed, but a recent circular by the Joint Task Force has reignited tension, with motorists calling the increase unfair and ill-timed.
The increment of driver's license and particular, I think if that come to happen, the government, they are really not helping us. Because everything about transportation is going back. We are not beneficiaries here managing it. We transport jobs since. Okay, unlike I went to do the renewal of my driver's license, they are charging me 20K for renewal. I am not doing it afresh. It's a renewal that recapturing. I do not go for the updating of my data. I still make use of everything that I did from the beginning. And they are charging us. Government should look into this, their policies, and please bring things down for us. It's not easy for most of us here on the road we are seeing. Under the new rates, a standard driver's license valid for 5 years is expected to increase from 10,500 to 25,000 naira, a 138% raise. Vehicle registration fee, depending on category, could jump from 15,000 naira to between 30,000 and 50,000 naira. Motorists argued that such increment coming less than 2 years after the last adjustment will only worsen the burden on citizens already grappling with inflation, a weakened naira, and the lingering impacts of the 2023 fuel subsidy removal. About 2 years ago, there was an increment of renewal and driver license. I could remember before 2023, we were renewing our paper within 7,000 to 8,000. But present today, we are renewing about 22,000 to 22,500. And driver license that we would normally renew at a rate of 7,000 to 8,000 about 2 years ago. So, and now it's around 15 to 16 or 18,000. That is not fair. It's not, if there's another increment within 2 years, our economy in Nigeria today doesn't determine. We are still managing with increment of petroleum. Up to today, we are not balancing. When you look